made another shooter?
No. Blabbity 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 blah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Blabbity 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 blah blah.
Gonna blow your eardrums. My singing is crap.
Blah blabbity 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 blah blah.
Go up the hill, you stupid hedgehog! Tails can do it!
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
If there's
Duck.
trouble, you call DW.
Who?
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
I may not
Earthbound.
be a smart man, but I know what love is.
Oh. 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 Whatever. That was worth it.
Sven! Put the present down, that's not yours! Why is he from Jersey?
We did it.
That's it? You did it with one man and half of a life left?
Let me tell you something about life! You gotta take it by the horns! And take those horns and put it up someone's
What
butt!
is this, my first shooter? Have they never made another shooter?
No. Blabbity 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 blah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Blabbity 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 blah blah.
Gonna blow your eardrums. My singing is crap.
Blah blabbity 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 blah blah.
Go up the hill, you stupid hedgehog! Tails can do it!
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
If there's
Duck.
trouble, you call DW.
Who?
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
I may not
Earthbound.
be a smart man, but I know what love is.
Oh. 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 Whatever. That was worth it.
Sven! Put the present down, that's not yours! Why is he from Jersey?
We did it.
That's it? You did it with one man and half of a life left?
That's right, Loki has gone down. Arthur used his magic weapon to finally destroy Loki.
Alright,
Wanna do the
everybody.
shuffle?
Let's shuffle.
I'm freaking racing, I'm freaking rad. Yeah, I'm rad! Can you look how rad I am?
Dangerous.
I may not
Earthbound.
be a smart man, but I know what love is.
Oh. 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 Whatever. That was worth it.
Sven! Put the present down, that's not yours! Why is he from Jersey?
We did it.
That's it? You did it with one man and half of a life left?
That's right, Loki has gone down. Arthur used his magic weapon to finally destroy Loki.
Alright,
Wanna do the
everybody.
shuffle?
Let's shuffle.
I'm freaking racing, I'm freaking rad. Yeah, I'm rad! Can you look how rad I am?
Blabbity 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 blah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Blabbity 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 blah blah.
Gonna blow your eardrums. My singing is crap.
Blah blabbity 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 blah blah.
Go up the hill, you stupid hedgehog! Tails can do it!
Darkwing Duck.
Doc!
Okay, here we are. I did. I put them all over the place. I just have to change. Okay, let's see. Go ahead, Baron. Take it away. Talk. It's not coming through. Why? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why. I'm gonna have to re-enter in the application audio again. This thing's talk now and see if it comes through. Nope, it for some reason it's not capturing it. What the hell? Wow, this thing's dumb. It should be capturing our audio, and it is not. That's kind of crazy. I don't have him muted. No, no one's muted, and the volume is like really loud. It's just OBS being OBS.
audio config or whatever for the
Go
you know,
ahead.
voice,
They should.
wherever
They
you
should
got
be
the voice
able.
chat.
They should be able to hear you now. Can
Testing,
you?
testing.
You guys should hear him now.
Can you hear Baron? Can you hear Mets?
You know what? I have it on a separate screen. I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead and talk.
All right. The Wheel Space reward. Oh, the Wheel Space rewards. The
we
rewards
hear
that are out
you.
there right now. Okay.
It
Cool.
was.
The wheel.
Oh, the wheel space rewards. Yeah, I don't know. I can't clear it. So we don't. There's no wheel space or anything like that. It's really just guide the raid and other stuff. I don't have access to that. Yeah. So there you go. So apparently, Discord, us talking, it's capturing a window which is announcement Scanline Heroes Discord. But really, this is my conversation with you. So it's picking up the right window, but giving me the wrong display information within the window table.
Okay.
I'm leaving it the way it is. If it blows up, it blows up. We're going to move forward with our raid tonight.
All right. So let's start out let's take it from the top here. So this shows the Retro Achievements review, and we're going to be going through starting out with the last week's worth of new sets on retroachievements.com. So let me link that. And this is a website where they basically various developers that are gamers themselves put up just like you have achievements on PlayStation. You have your trophies on PlayStation. You have your Xbox points or the achievement system on Xbox Live. Retro Achievements is achievements for older retro games like Nintendo games and Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, PC-88, PC Engine, all kinds of old retro systems from the last 60, 70 odd years. And what they do is they have sort of a hook in with the RetroArch emulator. And RetroArch is kind of this, it has different cores that emulate different systems. So you set up an account with Retro Achievements, you start playing some old games on RetroArch, and it hooks in together, and you put your login information for the site in RetroArch, and then you can start earning achievements in these older games. So every week, these developers that are all kind of volunteers. They're putting together new sets for older games, and we're just going over each week that new set. So starting out with last week, we're doing this Monday to Monday. So last week was the 12th. So we're starting out with games that started on the 13th here, and the last one we talked about.
And what we're starting to do is the naming convention that we're using for the streams is going to be from the week to the week, and we're going to go through that, and we're going to go through like what Baron said, through all the sets that are available for this week. We're not going to be doing any ROM hacks or homebrews or any of that other stuff. We're just going to be looking at the straight games, and then we're going to be playing some games, basically, whatever game we choose out of this set for the week. And we're going to look and see how it is and go from there. So Baron's going to start off with one of the games. I'll take over Tales of the Abyss for the second one. But yeah, if you want to, which we're doing James Bond first.
This one here. We've got a Swedish game first of all. So Dragon Ball Z fan says, speaking of the Sega CD, what do you think of the Sega CD version of Wheel of Fortune from 1994?
I never played that.
That's oddly specific. I think the only Wheel of Fortune games I've played are maybe the NES one, and I think I might have played like a Jeopardy game on PC long ago.
There was an NES Wheel of Fortune?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that.
A lot of the game show games on consoles are considered kind of meme sets. They're pretty easy to get. So if you want to get a badge for these sets, and all the badge means in Retro Achievements land is basically the platinum of you got all the achievements that are out there for the particular game. So a lot of lot of the educational games and the game show games and some of those things that are very simple and very easy to beat and master are kind of considered meme sets. I thought it was pretty decent since it had the FMV in it. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it, so the CD system certainly had the
Sega CD is massive at FMV. They went with a different approach, Sega CD, and they pushed a lot of the FMV stuff, and really it doesn't hold well except for games like Kikyo and Pafu Mail that were better represented on the system than most of the FMV stuff that was on there. I feel like it was oversaturation of the FMV. But not to derail, but one thing Dragon Ball is that the Sega CD held one of two of the games that ultimately started with our ratings that we currently have now in place for all video games. One of them was Mortal Kombat, and the other one was Night something. Oh, it's in the drawer, and I'm not gonna go look. But it's something. Night Trap. You're the best. Night Trap, and yeah, those caused a group of people to get together and do user ratings and stuff like that. So the Sega CD was directly involved in that. It's a little bit of history that people never really tend to go on. But if you lived in the era, you'd definitely get it. But all right, enough of that. We're looking at Captain something for Game Boy Color.
Yeah, so I think this is from maybe based on a Swedish cartoon. I want to say I think we've seen Foxy play this on a
breakfast stream.
One of our European friends I think requested this from him. Maybe the same guy that did the Womble stuff on Commodore 64. But we can take a look at this somewhat quickly if I can. I'll just copy the name since there's no way I'm going to be able to spell that. But we can look up a gameplay video of this.
Seems like in the comments seems like there's a lot of German. Just someone from northern Germany. I can't resist the allure of Walter something. Thank you for this set. I will master it.
Oh, maybe it's Dutch. I was thinking it was Swedish, but
I think it could be because with the two little dots over the A, that looks Dutch to me. German.
Oh, Finn was the one that requested the Wombles. Okay. I don't know if she also requested this one. Let's see if this has some of the gameplay, maybe. Okay, so it's like a puzzle game. Step on all the stars. Are they all like that?
Say an 80s thing. I don't know, Baron. I think this game is totally tubular.
That's more of a 70s thing, isn't it?
No, Totally Tubular was 80s. Totally Tubular. Rad to the max. Let's take baseball.
I remember Rad. Rad was in the 90s.
Rad, yeah, 80s and 90s was Rad. Because they had Rad Bike or something, I guess.
Rad Racer on the NES.
Rad Racer, yeah. Rad Racer and Rad Bike or something, that was a movie. But...
Okay, so this is a puzzle game. Interesting.
The sound was cute. Looks cute, for the most part.
Yeah, I don't mind doing puzzle games every now and then. I might add that to my list here just to check out sometime. Next up, we've got a 007 game.
Yeah.
From Russia with Love.
Yeah,
so,
this one's...
A lot of the 007 games, I don't know if it's true for this one as well, but a lot of the 007 games are kind of a mix of different genres. Like they'll typically have, maybe a first-person shooter or a third-person over-the-shoulder shooter. And this one looks like a third-person over-the-shoulder. And so they'll have like shooting sections like that. They might have a chase scene. They might have other little sections here and there.
It's very like James Bond-ish, like what you're going through with the chasing It's like that where you have to sneak in, you have shootouts and like the hotel rooms and the girls are in it, and it's a it's a it's a James Bond game. So yeah, made by EA.
Yeah.
So you know that
They're,
EA is gonna have to have their hands in racing somewhere within this, but
or soccer.
true, very true.
That being said, like it's without playing it ourselves, it's a little bit somewhat hard to tell if it's one of the better ones or one of the worst ones. There's
Hmm.
the quality for the 007 games is kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
We could look
that's
this one
true.
up too.
That's true. Now you would think, hey, Sean Connery's on the cover. Okay, From Russia with Love, good movie. Um, is it a good game? I mean, can't trust the cover.
So let's get to some actual gameplay here. You're gonna have a lot of cinematics and FMVs and games like this, of course.
Quality PS2 graphics. I don't think he was he driving Aston Martins back then?
Oh yeah, they had Aston Martins from pretty early
007
on.
here to protect her.
Let's see here.
Ooh, what was that? That was
Okay, so here's one of the shooting sections. Pretty simplistic.
Slippy, I'm not even gonna give. Yeah. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that game.
Hey there, Knocker. Hey there, Slippy. Welcome in. We are looking at 007 From Russia with Love, which is the second game on the list of the second game that got a new set this week. That we were looking at. First one was a I'm not sure if it's Swedish or Dutch, but it's a European puzzle game in a language I'm not familiar with. So we were just looking to see what kinds of gameplay are in this one. We were kind of expecting it to be some shoot 'em ups.
They have his jet. Look at that. They have his jet. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
That's pretty cool. Little ragdoll physics going on there. It's like moving around. Oh, look at that. He's got a gun on the jet. Now you're doing air combat.
There you go. Gotta destroy the helicopter. You didn't remember this part from the movie, did you?
No, I didn't. You know what? This is great. It's amazing what they did back in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so that's James Bond 007 From Russia with Love. It looks like it's actually pretty fun. So might be worth checking out at some point if you're in the mood for an action adventure game.
Knocker, Garbage is putting it very nicely for that game. That's all. I'm not gonna go off, but that's a nice way of putting that game. Let's put it to you that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got a visual novel starring Nakaruru.
So Baron's gonna take it away with this one.
Sure. So Samurai Showdown, if you guys are familiar with the SNK series, Samurai Showdown, it's a fighting game with, it takes place in the Warring States era. You have ninjas and samurai and Shinto priestess girls like this one, among other things. And so here you got sort of a guiding game or an offshoot game that's a visual novel for those that liked Nakaruru. And they made a whole game around her. I'm not sure what who these folks are. Yeah, they're probably some subgroup of SNK, I would imagine. Because I don't think you'd have like a fan game, a Dojin game on Saturn, would you? But anyway, looks
Dreamcast.
Oh well, yeah, on Dreamcast.
It looks cool. I like the cover art. Do you want to bring this up in a video and we can?
Sure.
I'm interested in this game. It looks good. Maybe
So it
recommend
is a
this
visual.
to Foxy.
I don't know if Foxy's one for visual novels, but ah, so let's see the gift she gave me. I don't know what to. We'll just look this one up and see what comes up. We'll probably get some Samurai Showdown videos. Oh no, nope. There we go.
And Dreamcast had a lot of sleeper games that were good. Dreamcast library for Japan is huge.
Yeah, so basically this is going to be a whole lot of still images and a few choices here and there. And that's how visual novels are. So they're very story focused. There's not a whole lot of gameplay to them, but they often have several different routes you can go through, kind of like a choose your own adventure story. Hey TJ, welcome in.
I like the music. Yeah, but you know what, Knocker? Sakura Wars is a visual novel mixed with like RPG. I don't. I'd like to know what maybe the fighting is in this. If there's any action.
No, I wouldn't expect there to be any action in a game that's just a visual novel. I mean, Sakura Wars, like you're saying, has tactics RPG
Yes,
section.
it does.
And then it's got visual novel sections. So it's kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, it's a
And
mixed
there's-
bag of both of them, but
Yeah, there's a fair number of games that are like mixed like that, mixing genres back and forth. But yeah, if you're this is obviously not a translated version. I don't know if they have a translation available, but if not, this might be a good game for you if you're trying to learn Japanese. Maybe it's probably well. No, actually, this game is maybe not going to be that simplistic as far as the types of vocabulary used and such. So
Slippy, you know this game? Because it says on the hub in on the game on RA, it says that it meta language patch English. So obviously there is a language patch for this.
oh, all right. He knows Google. Fair enough. Okay, so it might have some mini games. We didn't come across that in the little showcase there. But anyway, if you like Nakaruru a lot from that series, maybe this will be up your alley. If you like visual novels and can speak Japanese, maybe this will be up your alley. Or if you can find the English translation patch. So there we go.
Google.
And do you want to take this one?
So Tales of Abyss. I recently got this game. I'd say back in November, and it's like the Tales game. So you're gonna have that. It's not gonna be turn action. It's gonna be like live action role playing, where like you're going against the enemies, running around with a crew of people and fighting. When I looked at this set, there's 277 achievements for it. It's a fun game. If you're into the whole like Tales series, but yeah, 277 achievements is a lot. It is a kind of a lengthy-esque type of game, but like I said before, being a fan of like the Tales series, it follows suit with like the Tales series and the way it plays, and yeah.
So how does the Tales series play?
I mean, that's a good question. So basically, with the Tales series, it's like you have the main character, and you form relationships as you go along. Like it's the RPG aspect of it is like you're learning abilities, you're going on quests. You're picking like either a healer or like there's one guy in there who's like a martial artist. He's on the cover with the blonde hair. Overall, it's a fun game. I mean, some of the writing is here and there. I mean, it's Bandai, so I personally think you can't go wrong with, certain Bandai games, and I do stress the term certain. But other than that, if you're looking for like a role-playing game or like, an action RPG, I would recommend this one. It's fun. It's not too grindy, even if the set looks like 277 achievements seem kind of grindy to you. But, I mean, it is what it is. The only problem I had with this one is choosing about, like, the difficulty. They have, like, either very hard or unknown difficulty. I'd have to go back and look to see if, there was it like a difficulty setting that was in here, if you can configure it. But, I mean, yeah, Slippy, I liked Arise. I like Shihon in Tales of Arise. I played through the game. I got the DLC. I didn't play the DLC yet, but I am a big fan. My friend and I are a big fan of the Tales series, and also the Star Ocean series. I kind of feel like Tales and Star Ocean are somewhat hand in hand, but overall it's a good game. If you want to bring up gameplay on it, but it's like you're any other, role playing, non-turn based action RPG. I happen to like it. I like the way, I like the characters. I like the colors that were in it, the audio. It was a fun game. I did play it on PS2, and I have the save, so I'd have to start it over again on RetroArch if I was going to play it.
Yeah, we got to play. We got to watch some of this. Foxy played some of this last Saturday on his breakfast stream as well. Because they had an anime of it.
Oh,
so I was like, hey.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm not gonna just let people accuse me of
Play
things
some
I
of this.
didn't do.
It is very story heavy, so there's gonna be a lot of.
There is story in it. Yeah, it is kind of story heavy.
A lot of exposition and talking.
Mm-hmm.
The combat system here is kind of. I
Star
forget
Ocean
if it's 2D or
Tales.
3D. Like Star Ocean 3 had. No, I guess it is 3D movement. Okay, yeah.
Star
you have-
Ocean had all that.
Yeah, if you play Star Ocean Till the End of Time, it's this and that have very similar combat systems. I think you can equip your different special attacks to
Mhm.
different buttons. So you're running around, you sort of more normal attacks, and then you have attacks that use your MP or tech points or something along those lines.
What I really like about these games is that there is farmability. So if you feel like, oh, I have to battle a boss or I have to go to a certain section and a certain area on the map or whatever and I can't do it, I can definitely go ahead and farm. And I could sit there and farm for an hour, and while yes, farming in a game does seem tedious, but we definitely can go ahead and let's just say it's worth it. Especially making the gameplay down the line a little bit easier.
This kid is hopeless.
Yeah. So pretty good series, pretty large set here. You might have to play it through multiple times.
Yes.
Because I think you probably have to beat it once to unlock the higher difficulty settings. So I would probably go through this on sort of the first run. I would try to get some of these ones that are like find every treasure, scan every enemy.
It's going to take you I think you're right about the
awesome, I mean.
difficulty, and it is probably going to take you a while to do this set. This is going to be something that's going to be ongoing. I don't know if they had. I don't think it was like New Game Plus or Start a New Game or something. I don't even think they had New Game Pluses back then. But I remember beating it. It was a really good game. I enjoyed it. The story kind of sucked me in. But then again, I'm biased because I like the Tales games. So Tales of Arise is good. Slippy, it's a really good game. You're gonna get kind of confused with the mapping, but overall, it's not bad. I feel like they've lost their way with the maps. And directions that they need to take you on when it came to Arise, but Tales of Abyss, the map was pretty easy to use, navigating around the towns and stuff. So it's worth it to give it a try if you're gonna do a light RPG that you want to come back to from time to time. This one isn't so bad. This is like one of my favorite ones that I like.
Yep. And if you do go through and there's a New Game Plus, then you can just tell your characters, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
There's your 90s thing, by the way.
I was a good one to throw it in like that.
Yeah, they want you to beat the bosses on the hardest difficulties. They have different. You get a Chivo for beating the boss the first time on, I think, probably normal difficulty.
And then everything else is on hard or beat her on the top of the tower and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said to
there's-
So I said to
Go ahead.
grind, because if you grind, it makes oh, listen, if you already know that you're going to be on a hard or difficulty, the hardest difficulty, you're going to want to grind out your levels as much as possible to make it easier. I did cheat a little and was looking at GameFAQs to see like what the recommended levels were with each individual fight. I also did that with Star Ocean Second Story when I played that on PS1, and it's like, oh, recommended, grind this out for this level or be ready for this or have certain weapons. So you could always look that up, but really you're just grinding, so you're putting in all the work. You're just getting a guide to help you with, oh, this is the level I have to be at. Let me go like 10 levels over just to make it overkill. So it's manageable. The fights are manageable if you know how to level up properly for that.
Yeah. Slippy says only one person got to beat the boss on hardest difficulty. So this is a new set and it's a fairly long game. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's very few people who have gotten all the achievements yet, and there's really not been enough time to really get a sense of, of the people who actually played it and gave it a fair amount of time to really tell if the achievements are going to be really difficult or not. We can see that like some of these at least one person's already got that first boss here on Very Hard and Unknown.
I mean, if we come, I think Baron would agree with me on this one. If we, like, let's say, for example, if we table this game right now and come back to it within a month, so let's say the end of March, like, or March 19th, right? And we take a look at it, there might actually be more people that have completed more of the achievements because you're giving it now a month span instead of, like, what, a week? Maybe it came out with a week and a half, so, you're going to have more people playing it.
Yeah, and if you figure, for a lot of folks, there are people that pretty much do retro achievements all day, every day. But I think for the most part, most people that are on this side are probably only doing something like, maybe 2 or 3 hours a day at most. So I'm not. I would expect like a month and a half before you start seeing the first couple batches trickle through for a game like this.
Especially with an RPG that has 277 badges, I would give it even like, about 2 months. But a month would be fair enough just to take a look and see, give you a base, and go from there.
And it looks like about 82 people, like Slippy was saying, 82 people have started this and have, at the very least, gotten that first achievement there.
Which is great.
And you can sort of look down and see it trickle off as people with more time or less time invested.
And it's hard.
But anyway.
It's an RPG. You got to have time invested in an RPG when taking tasks on like this. So, but all right, we're gonna move forward to a pinball game.
Yep. So next on this list is the Gottlieb Pinball Classics on PSP.
You've started this?
Yeah, I loaded it up just to make sure I could. It's so both this one and the Williams Pinball Classics, which already has a set over here, are basically like they're set up so you like walk into an arcade area and it's got all these actual like it's a digital version of pinball machines that were actual pinball machines or are actual pinball machines. So they've got stuff like Black Knight, stuff like Shuttle, the Space Shuttle, Taxi, Gorgar, Carnival, just a bunch of ones that you might see at your actual real life pinball arcade. The physics for these games, for the Williams one, it's okay. Talking to Sark about it, Sark says you absolutely have to master the nudge in this game and really get a good sense of when to use it and how to use it to get much of anywhere on a lot of these machines. So they're not quite like the physics aren't necessarily like 100% accurate or anything, but and you can see Sark's already started on this one. And he's kind of the pinball boss of RA. But it's got several different machines in here. These are all from the company called Gottlieb. So you've got let's see here. Big Shot, Tommy Wannabe, Drop Stopper, Are these? Trying to look at the table names here.
Yeah, Sark is really good at pinball.
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive to watch him play pinball.
Okay, so now we're getting to the actual pinball and the machine names here. So you've got Genie, Black Hole,
Wizard's Quest.
El Dorado.
Oh, Eldorado. Wait, that's. Oh, Going Nuts.
Going Nuts.
Going Nuts.
Strikes and Spares. There you go. So there's at least 5 or 6 different pinball tables in this one. Just as there's a bunch over in Williams, and some of the achievements are really straightforward, like light up certain things on the thing, get to the extra ball mode, kind of the usual things you would expect with pinball machines like this, of just getting to certain point values. And then there is like a challenge mode in the game that takes you through several of the machines one after the other, and you have to get past a certain score to keep continuing. And so the higher the score you get per machine, the higher the points you get at the end. And that's essentially what it's asking you to do here.
Did you enjoy it? Like when you were playing the game, did you enjoy it?
I mean, yeah, it's a pinball game. It's not a bad one.
Never. I mean, like I've tried some pinball games, like the Pokemon pinball game and stuff like that. I kind of enjoyed them. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's better and worse pinball ones. Next one here is another pinball game. This one's on Saturn. This is Digital Pinball Necronomicon. So I think this is also a real table, potentially, or a real set of tables. I also downloaded and started playing this one a little bit. This one's pretty kick-ass. It's got I should take a step back and warn you though, if you're going to be streaming these, a lot of these games have like, speaking of 90s things, a lot of like 90s bands, soft rock, hard rock, heavy metal, various tracks from actual bands that are part of the soundtracks for the games. So do be aware of that. Possibly mute them when they come up. Otherwise, Twitch or YouTube might take you to task for that. But that being said, I think you can turn the music off as you're playing, and so you can still have the pinball sounds without the background music, which is kind of sad because they have some pretty cool songs in there. And there's actually here you go. There's actually an achievement for not turning off the
yeah, I saw
music.
the one. That was kind of funny when I was looking at this. Sark's actually almost done with this. I think he's got like 3 left, which is insane. But Slippy says he's saving up to buy a pinball table, which is cool. And I watched someone that has a digital pinball machine that looks like a pinball machine but plays the digital games. That seems interesting, Cosmic. I've a digital pinball machine. I don't think Limited Run put out any pinball machine. Not limit. Arcade 1-Up put out any pinball machines or anything like that. So that's kind of interesting. I would like to look that up and see. It's neat. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. It seems interesting. Kind of like tabletop stuff that you see where people load like games on tabletops. Well, go ahead, Barry.
I was just gonna say the sets for these are pretty large though, and they are getting the high scores on these can be pretty difficult. But like I would say, like I just get in pinball moods every once in a while, so this will be on my list of things to try a little bit more in depth. If I some Sunday afternoon or something, I'm just like in a pinball mood. I still have a lot of other pinball games on my backlist though, so who knows? But these are fun, and it's you can get a lot of the easier achievements just running through without necessarily having a specific goal in mind. You can boot it up, run it through, probably get easily like 20, 30, 40 achievements, popping left and right as you're just playing through. You probably won't be getting like 50 pointers and 100 pointers that way, but it is what it is, right?
That's true. Curious about this game. I've never seen this.
So this is called Poppin' Music 14 Fever.
Do you know this game at all?
Nope. I'm not familiar with it. Looks like it's probably a rhythm game. Yeah. So it's probably along the same lines as like DDR or
Yeah, it's a rhythm game.
Parappa. You know, hit
One
the
game
buttons
I
at the
never
right times.
played. One Parappa the Rapper. Never played that game. Was never around to play it. I know a lot of people that have the game and just never played it. You want to bring this one up so we could just see what it's like?
Sure. Hopefully we won't get dinged for whatever songs that are in there. But this is Pop in Fever PS2 gameplay.
Oh, and just to let you guys know while Baron's bringing this up, there's going to be Carcassonne tomorrow night on Scanlines. Woz and I are going to be doing another board game night tomorrow.
Yep, that's on the schedule. Old School McFly is the one who has the digital pinball table. That's cool. Let's throw him a shout out.
Old School McFly. I like that name already.
Oh, looks like I'm already following him. Are they gonna choose one?
No, it's
Yeah,
it's
so you got.
all Japanese songs.
Mm-hmm. Are we actually gonna see them play the game?
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, title and song list.
Yeah, title. All right.
Uh,
That one looks something like the gameplay.
here we go. This was on PS2. What are you pressing to actually hit the buttons here?
I'm wondering if there's a special controller for this.
Yeah, because I would have expected there to be like, you know, triangle, square, X, circle on PS2, right?
Yeah.
Unless maybe this is the arcade version?
There were
Hmm.
different oh wow, they have their own fandom.
I'm gonna go into my favorite. Basically, that will make the notes look like Beatmania keys, or Character Pop, which will change the notes into the faces of the characters that are, you know, on the screen. Whoever you picked in your opponent's face will be the note.
Huh. Okay.
Got me on this one. I'm looking it up
So,
right now, and I don't even see anything remotely related to a special controller on this. Sounds like he's bashing the controller, though. And the arcade machine looks crazy. There's all like different color buttons. It looks like
Because I
whack-a-mole.
sold my this. Panic.
Okay. So you have an L1, R1, X, left.
Oh, that's how it's mapped. Up, down, left, right.
Okay.
Ooh, jeez.
You have to do diagonals and stuff too. That's my brain is blown already.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of rhythm games. Like I'll play the drum game every once in a while. I got that on Switch. My nieces like that a lot. I'll play that with them every once in a while. That's about as far as I go with rhythm games. But there you go. If you like rhythm games, there's Poppin' Fever on the PS2.
I want to give this one to Wolfie to play. DW. Think he would have a nice time playing it. He likes racing games. Looks kind of cute. And I was actually thinking about playing this one tonight. V
So this one's
Rally.
called V Rally Championship Edition. Yeah. So that's what you kind of expect. It's probably it's so speedrun achievements. You know, go through the championship, get the use the different cars, finish first. You know. Went with 100 points. Oh wow, there's an endurance achievement. It's only worth 5 points. Easy, medium, and hard for one session. I mean, it's a Game Boy game, so it's probably not that long, but still, yeah. Okay, and win championship on different difficulties. There you go. Pretty straightforward set here.
Normally, yeah, racing games normally are.
Yeah, should I bring this one up? We could. This is V-Rally Championship Edition. GB gameplay.
Oh, it's a 3D game on a handheld. You'll pass.
I mean, it's 3D in the sense that Outrun is 3D.
Hmm.
Didn't you do, Wolfie, didn't you do the Game Boy Advance one that was like the Gran Turismo or Cruisin' or something? Or maybe that was a DS one or something. Oh, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and it wasn't great. Kept me super surprised.
Yeah, this is like your generic racing game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. You know, if you like racing games, here you go. You could play this, or you could play, you know, Sonic R, or what was that? Oh, that wasn't Sonic R, was it? The Game Gear one? It was all black and white. Maybe that was Sonic R.
So it's decent. Yeah, it looks decent for an Ocean game.
Well, I mean, Ocean Software published it, but
Blaise
and Dubel, according to this, is the developer. Anywho, next up we've got one that we're familiar with. Future Cop, LAPD.
Yep.
So this is the sequel to the Strike series, like Desert Strike and Nuclear Strike and so on, where you play in a mech writing down stuff. It is I think
Did we do this for a review?
Controls. Yeah, we did this for a review game a while back, and at that time it didn't have a set. Well, now it has a set. So.
Oh, Slippy knows more about this one than anyone.
You streamed this like a year ago? Yeah, it's a good game. Pretty interesting. Like you run around and you got kind of a action adventure platformer. I don't know if I call it platformer, but
it's like a third-person shooter, which is what they have. You just run around a mech and like shoot things and stuff. Kind of like it looks like Mech Warrior for Genesis in the same sense. Like this is what you would do. You would run around as the mech and just like shoot stuff. So
yeah, it's pretty good. Well, it does have some deathless here. That could be tough. Though I think you basically have to finish a mission deathless anyway, right? Like if you die, you get sent to the start.
Oof.
But
I don't think I gave this one a review from what I remember. But I think Wolfie's right though. We did this a year ago. Was it a year ago? I think it might have been a year ago.
Yeah. It was fun though. I remember playing through this that week. It's a decent game. Pretty short set here. With a respectable amount of points. You do have to do the higher difficulty level to get the set, but a lot of it's pretty fun. Like it really encourages you to go around and do the exploration and not just speedrun it.
Right. I mean, would you now, if you had fun with the game, would you go back and badge this game, or would you reconsider it?
I wouldn't mind going back and badging this game. It's not like a lot of my list here to play, but I wouldn't necessarily. It's not necessarily my first pick, but it's not a bad game. I think I gave it probably like a 3 or a 4 out of 5. Gotta watch the whole Dracula Unleashed gameplay movie.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll get to that. So here's the next one on the list here. This is another visual novel. This one's on NES, and from what I was reading about this one, it apparently started out on PC-88. So this was originally just called Jesus on the PC-88. It has no relationship to Christianity or religion. They just decided to name the space station that for whatever reason. But it's a sci-fi visual novel game. Actually, pretty decent as far as it goes. You actually have a lot of exploration sections. It's more, I'd almost call it more than a more straight adventure game than a visual novel. You don't have options when you're talking to people about how you respond to things that change the course of the game. In fact, you can't actually lose the game, and you can't actually do a wrong thing that ends in a negative outcome. So there's really only one way to go. So even if you're just hitting every button and in every room, and then going to the next room, hitting every button, and then going to the next room, hitting every button, you will eventually win. So it's not very challenging. But I don't know. It's a decent find an alien in space. It kills almost all the crew. You escape with a girl, kind of storyline. It's not too bad.
Oh, you looked
Jesus
into
is
this?
a common name in Spain.
Oh wow, you really have a lot of them done. You started playing this.
Yeah, I did. I've actually got to go into the background still. I'm almost to the end. So I decided just to leave RetroArch going while we did this. You could confuse a lot of people. I'm sure that was part of their decision making. Though this was only released in Japan, so I don't know. I don't know if that factored into it or not. It certainly does. It certainly got people on RA's attention just from the name. It just stands out. But anyway,
It does
like I
because
said,
it's not like a Bible game.
Yeah, no, it's.
Are
yeah,
you
they
are you
go and
enjoying it?
investigate Haley's comment. Kind of. It's okay. It's not like it's very much a meme set. There's only 12 achievements. It's only worth 35 points. It's a real game. It's an adventure game, but I guess it's kind of like the LucasArts games. Like you can't lose. Except, no, in the LucasArts games, in the what is it, the Day of the Tentacle? I think you can lose that one, right? Like there are certain periods of time when you have to make a decision in a certain window, and if you don't, you lose. Or if you ask them to do something, like there are certain things you can do in that game to make you lose the game. This one doesn't have anything like that. Knocker. All right, next up is a game that's probably a little bit more up your alley.
This is actually the Bible game on RA, which is just actual the Bible in digital form. That's interesting.
Well, here we've got Oscar 120% Limited Burning Fest. So it's a 2D fighting game with high school girls.
I've seen the cover. I've never seen the gameplay for this.
It's probably pretty similar to the Super VG that came out that we were talking about on Super Nintendo. A set, it was like last week or 2 weeks ago.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Pretty straightforward set. You get different combo amounts with different characters, beat the game with the different characters. At least difficulty 2, looks like. You don't necessarily have to be on the hardest difficulty. Yeah, it looks like you don't have to do the hardest difficulty on this one to badge it. So that's cool. Difficulty 2 or 3. Complete the game with each character. Yeah, so pretty straightforward set. That's actually probably fairly achievable, even for people that are not big on
fighter savvy.
we go. Let's look up the. This is on Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay.
There we go. Oh, there's anime associated with this?
Well, at the very least, in the game, there's anime opening. It's very I don't know how it's coming in over stream. It's probably even coming in over stream worse than it is on the video here. But on the video here, it's very very jittery. I wonder if the actual game is this bad.
On stream, it's not that bad.
It's
It looks like a cell phone game, yo. Right? It does. I just. Wow, I wonder where they came up with that move, Slippy. Akuma does that as a super. Yeah, I don't... I think I'm gonna pass on this one.
Yeah, I think that the performance is probably the thing that is the most annoying here. That it's this jittery on a YouTube video. I don't know if maybe when they just recorded it was really bad. Potentially, we could look for a different gameplay video and see if it's any better. Oh, yeah, maybe that was just a really bad video. Okay, yeah, performance is better on here for whatever reason. There you go. If you like fighters and have run out of all the Street Fighter stuff, which I doubt anybody has, but if you've run out of all the Street Fighter games and SNK games, there you go. Here's another fighter on the Saturn. Which, like Slippy said, it doesn't look super impressive here, but whatever. All right, Slippy, thanks for stopping in, man. Thanks for your additional commentary.
It doesn't look really that impressive. Even on the Saturn, it doesn't look impressive.
But at least the set seems to be pretty straightforward. So, let's see. Oh, one other thing we should talk about, Dragon Quest V. So this is a subset. It looks like if you'd previously gone through and gotten the badge for Nintendo DS, they've taken the Treasures and Trapdoors I think it's a mini game, and kind of moved it off to its own subset. So there's a bunch of there were a bunch of achievements, I think, that were associated with this in the main set, and they've now moved this off to its own subset.
Have you played this game before? Because I know you're big into Dragon Quest.
I played the Super Nintendo version, and I booted up the PlayStation 2 version. I didn't really get very far in the PS2 one. I got probably to about maybe a little bit more than halfway through the game. If I got to the part where you get turned to stone, and then you get de-stoned, or you get cured by your kids that come by. But it's a pretty long game. It had a very the storyline for this one's pretty good. It's you actually go out and you can pick one of two girls that you end up with and start forming a family with, and then your son ends up being like the hero, and so you're kind of like assisting him on his quest.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit different. But this is usually considered one of the best of the series. This was the main set I'm looking at here, but what came out this week was just the subset for this. I think this minigame must have been added for the DS version, or maybe for the PS2, and then it got ported further. but I'm not familiar with this part of this mini game thing.
The badge looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I would like to go through and badge all the Dragon Quest games. Maybe, I don't know if I'll go through and get all the ported versions too, but definitely get the original NES and Super NES versions at the very least. And then you wanted to talk about this one? This is the last one in the list.
I don't even know what this is. I saw it. It popped up right before we were going to start. Return of the Ninja. So I was like, oh, looks kind of cool. A little like Castlevania where the guy's like standing there. So that's what I saw just in the image itself. But I'll give it a try tonight. I'll see if I like it. Yep, the opening was like that. Kind of a little Ninja Gaiden-esque. Oh boy.
Oh. Flashing on the screen there. Yeah, definitely giving off kind of Ninja Gaiden vibes, but kind of discount Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, exactly.
Music's not bad for Game Boy. Well, that was a kind of cool little animation there. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, where they
Climb
get to
on the
crawl on
roof.
the ceiling?
Collecting little tamas or whatever. Okay, so you kind of have some sort of stealth aspects.
Oh, you have a little super.
You have a ranged if you let it charge, I guess. Like every stage has a little bit of Metroidvania aspects to it. Like you have free movement between different areas.
Looks somewhat fun.
Get a little glide there. Collect some different tools to use. Could be interesting.
Oh, let's give it a try.
Ooh. Beat a whole stage without taking damage.
Yeah.
Without using specials. That could be interesting. It's a relatively small set.
It just came out.
Yep. And we'll reload just to make sure there's anything else. So that covers it for the new sets this week. Let's see what our friends have been up to this week. Let's look through for here. And we want to look for the last week. This time last week. And we're looking for weekly. Alright. So we're just going to talk about the folks that come around here pretty often. So I think we've seen Chrono here every once in a while. We've seen Wise here. Foxy shows up every once in a while. Manny shows up every once in a while. Zash shows up. So we'll just go through here. So Chrono's been doing Mario and Luigi, Hitman 2, Final Fantasy. The Mario and Luigi games are really fun. I'm looking forward to playing those at some point.
Mario and Luigi. Is that for the DS? Oh, Game Boy Advance.
There's a bunch of them. This one's for the Game Boy Advance.
Ah.
But I think the one I played was on DS, was the Inside Bowser Story. That's probably the one that I put the most time into. But they play like the Paper Mario games. Just a lot of fun. Very simple RPGs. Usually pretty quick. You know, like under 20 hours. The meanest dude on RA. Yeah. Looks like we got NES, Final Fantasy, Hitman 2 on PS2.
It's got a chunk of Hitband on.
I think this is the I think this one's the Metroidvania-ish TMNT game. Fall of the Foot Clan on Game Boy. Sunset Riders. That's a good one. I do not follow Lifted Senses. I don't think. I'm not. I don't know them all that well. Next up we got Wise. So Wise has been working pretty hard on Zombie Nation. I've seen him playing that one quite often. in the last week or two.
Wow, he's got 90% of that done. Whew, that's impressive. That game is hard.
Yeah, he's been doing that one. He's been doing Xenocrisis. I think probably because Zash was doing it.
I saw Zash doing that.
Still working on that subset for Punch Out. Kind of nuts. Heavy Barrel. I'm not familiar with that one. Ninja Gaiden 2. I guess this one's kind of like Ikari Warriors.
Mm-hmm. Seems like he just loaded it up.
No, I mean he's got almost all the achievements on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were just looking at the RA set for it.
Yeah. So Wise has been pretty active. He's a good friend of ours. Oh, he's an early morning streamer. That would explain why I haven't really gotten any of his streams. I'm usually, I think I've seen Sark raid him, but by the time Sark raids out, I'm like ready to call it a night myself. So, if not before then, usually I go to sleep and Sark's still playing something. And I just leave a lurk in there.
Does Sark usually go late?
Yeah, he usually goes till like I guess depending on the game he's playing and how well he's doing. You know, like if he badges it early, he'll call it night early sometimes. But sometimes, you know, if he's stuck on something and it's like hard to get back to, he might be there for hours and hours and hours. So
Wow.
just depends. That's surprising. I would have thought Foxy had gotten Legend of Zelda already. Huh.
Yeah, when Drake was doing it, I said Foxy didn't have Legend of Zelda.
And then he worked on the Zero versions of the Mega Man X games. That was I think he did a stream. Or no, that was the Valentine's Day last week. He did all the Zero games, Zero hacks or whatever.
That is a massive badge for Sonic.
Yeah.
That is a very big
Sonic
badge.
Jam. Oh man, he's been all over the place.
Oh, he booted up Tales of Abyss.
Yeah. Knocker says, not sure if I'm fond of this here Foxy Man guy. We like Foxy. He's good people.
Many hours.
Here we got Manny.
Pocket
Manny's been keeping pretty
Monsters.
busy. Oh yeah, Manny is the Pokemon guy, hence his avatar here. He's got quite a few different Pokemon games and hacks and subsets and things on here. Looks like he also started playing some of the Williams Pinball games we were talking about. Top Gear Rally.
Oh, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, I think he's still doing the Peak Streak stuff. So I think this is probably one of the Peak Streak sets he picked out. So for those who aren't familiar with Peak Streak, it's basically earn a badge a day, report it on the relevant forum topic, and eventually you'll get an extra event side award. I think it is. Is that what it is? Or maybe event award. Oh yeah, it's the event award here. And you get different levels of the Peak Streak depending on how long you've been on it. So there's like a bronze, a silver, and a gold. So if you keep a Peak Streak for like a whole year, I think that's how you get the gold. Yeah, he does a lot of Space Invaders too. So a lot of racers, a lot of Space Invaders, a lot of Pokemon. Next up, we got Zash. Ooh,
Oh, Twinkle Star Sprites.
That's a good one.
97%
That one.
on Xenocrisis?
Xenocrisis,
Wow.
Yeah. I was watching him play that quite a bit last week. He was streaming that one. He also did TMNT, Magmax, Spy Hunter. There's a classic. Booted up House of
House
the
of the
Dead.
Dead.
Dragon Fighter. I saw Wiseman was working on this one too.
Yeah, I did.
And he also did, Zash also did Zombie Nation, looks like.
Wow, 100%. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Cosmo showing off his emote there with the mystery machine.
That's Xeno Crisis, or you're bad at RA. Let's see. I think have we seen BCG here? Probably not recently.
Definitely Knocker. Coach.
Cassie, Coach. RBK was in just the other day.
So what is Baron working on?
Yeah, I've booted up some of the stuff that we were talking about tonight. Gotta leave that. Pac-Land was a Knocker's request game for me. I've been slowly but surely working on some of the last achievements for it. We did a really late stream the other night, and where I got all the way to trip 8, I think it was, or trip 9. Yeah, trip 8. That is rough. That was rough. I think these collect 50 fruits without dying is also pretty rough. I've made a few goes at this one, but I end up dying around trip 4, trip 5, something like that. Some say Vintage is still talking to himself in the Bubsy 3D comments section. Oh no. Yeah. I just booted up Tetraminos because I was messing around with my PSP emulator. But yeah, mostly I've just been doing like jigsaws while watching other people stream, and I played Mutation Nation because that was the review game last week. Street Fighter Alpha was the challenge game. Phantasy Stars was a request game from Drake. Super Smash Brothers was the request game from Manny. I've been playing some Sokoban. I've almost got Sokoban DS done. That's another fun little puzzle game. And I booted this one up just because I was trying to get my arcade machine, checking to see if my arcade machine still works. But anyway, Knocker's been working on Metal Gear. It's Simpsons. It looks like he just booted that one up. Turtles in Time. That was our challenge game last week. Booted up Pugsley Scavenger Hunt. Misadventures of Flink.
Oh, the Simpsons, the arcade. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
That's a fun game.
Yeah. Let me go back to... That's like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah. You're pretty close now.
Got a lot of badges.
5 torture sessions. Oof. And you can't use turbo. Stream difficulty, less than 3 hours. No CC, 1 CC. I didn't realize it had CCs. It had continuous. I guess yeah, if you die, you can... I was thinking it would go back to the last save, but no, it does have continuous. No more than 4 alerts. Killing less than 25 enemies. Without using any rations. Oh, wow. Well,
That's a tough set.
I think you'll get the big boss when you get the less than 3 hours, because I think time is probably the most important part of the rank in the game, right? You have to beat the game in under 3 hours, less than 80 saves, no continues, no rations, no more than 4 alerts, and no more than 25 or so kills. Oh, for the big boss achievement. Okay, so if you get that correct, then you're gonna have just a ton of Chivos popping all at once when you get that. That's gonna be a nice feeling. But good luck on that. Oh, you have to beat it on the extreme difficulty too. Oh man.
Oh,
So you really have
rough.
to know. You have to know that game backwards and forwards. Can you do any saves on that? Less than 80 saves. So at least you can do some saves. So if you mess up, you can go back to your previous save at the very least. But that's still, I guess maybe you plan out ahead of time where you're going to make your saves. You just reset instead of hitting. Yeah. Okay. So that's not so bad, but
When you reset, it just takes you back to where you were, right?
well, it takes you back to the title screen,
Oh, okay.
and then you load your save. So 80 saves is overly generous. Yeah, probably. I mean, I would. There's what? How many bosses in that game? Probably saving every room and still get less than 80. Oh wow.
So then 80 saves would be generous.
You'd still have to. There's more than 80 rooms in the game, right? But like certainly, you could certainly do one save for every major section, and still only end up at like 40 some saves or 50 some saves. Anyway, good luck on that, sir. Oh, okay, that's not bad.
11 saves. That's not bad. No, it's not. Top Gun
And here's Cassie. She's been playing Top Gun,
on the
a
NES.
Minesweeper on Arduous and on Arduboy. Kickle Cubicle. I know Foxy's been trying to get everybody to play that. So I think that might be Foxy's request game for her. Uno. She said that the this badge requires a lot of time investment to get all of these ones.
I mean, look at it. It's not. Pause on one of them. Win a game of Uno. Yeah, for one human player. Win condition. Best out of 5. Yeah, you're just gonna play Uno nonstop.
Yeah, Uno games can go on pretty long too. So another person who just loves garbage, Knocker says. I mean, she is the one that put Pugsley on a bunch of people's things.
Pugsley's garbage. I played Pugsley. That was rough.
She's been working on Hack and Super Metroid, DDR. Oh, she already badged that other DDR game that came out last week, I think it was. Wow.
She has the match. She has everything. I've seen her play DDR before, and it's interesting. She's really good at DDR games.
Hey there, Styles. Welcome in, sir. Thank you for the raid. We are going through the RA review here. We actually finished going through the sets because there wasn't very many sets this week, so we're just kind of looking through our various folks in the community and seeing what they've been up to. We're stalking people. So we're just looking at Cassie, what Cassie was up to. Here's Coach. I've seen Coach pop in to our reviews every now and then. Looks like he's been working on Super Mario 64 DS, which is basically Super Mario 64 plus a bunch of mini games. I actually have this one on DS. One of the first ones I got.
Oh, Super Mario 64.
Yeah. DuckTales, Donkey Kong. Oh, he started up Clue Clue.
I heard DuckTales was a good game.
Oh yeah, DuckTales is usually listed as one of the best, if not the best, NES game. Definitely in a lot of people's top 10s. Wolfie says he'd love to see you do DDR, but I would be worried he would break a hip.
Probably I'm that old. Probably.
Hey,
City Connection. That was a game that like a challenge game or something, City Connection, right?
Yeah, I think Nestor gave us this one, City Connection, a while back. It's an interesting game. Not my favorite, but definitely interesting. Yeah, Balloon Fight. So Coach has been kind of all over the place.
Oh, Balloon Fight. I remember that as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it brings back memories. There was another balloon game for Game Boy too. That was a lot of fun. I forgot which one that was. But who's this?
This is
RVK. Oh, Wild Arms 4. Good choice.
Wow.
Good choice. Pirates of Dark Water. Oh, from Mega Drive. Not bad. Not bad.
F-Zero, GP Legend. So the GBA F-Zero game. RoboCop 2 on Game Boy.
How many 36 achievements for the Pirates of Dark Water. That was a really good show when it came out. But it's a beat 'em up. It's like the same one on Super Nintendo. They're all beat 'em ups.
Mm-hmm. They're not bad as far as beat 'em ups
Yeah,
go.
they're really not, especially if you were a fan of the show. So it seems like a fun game. I have it for Super Nintendo and I played it on stream on the system, and it was fun. But what else?
Let's check and see what Cosmic's been up to.
Cosmic.
Tricky.
Me, nothing.
And you. I'm surprised Drake isn't on this list. Drake's been playing well, I guess he didn't get to play anything last week. That's why
He beat Super
he didn't get to
Metroid.
play until yesterday. Yeah, he did Metroid 2, but that was yesterday, so it won't get picked up in this weekly one.
It'll get picked up next week. Next week.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cosmic's playing Star Wars.
Oh, he started the Force Unleashed. How's that going, man? You choking people out with Force Lightning? Or I guess that'd be Force Choke and Force Lightning.
Crisis Core. Oddworld. Dragon Quest.
A little excited for the new test drive. That's cool. Cosmic says it's pretty neat. Oddworld. Yeah, it looks like you're getting pretty far in Oddworld, too. That's a fun one. Classic puzzle platformer. And then you did Dragon Quest for the, that was our monthly melee. Still our monthly melee for a while yet. And then Turtles in Time was our challenge game of the week. Working hard on Oddworld. Very cool. Yeah, I need to catch more of your... I need to wake up early in the morning to catch more of your streams. Have you been, you haven't been streaming Oddworld, right? You've been streaming, newer games. You just play tested Force Unleashed and Crisis Core. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this was the Final Fantasy VII side game. I think you play as Vincent in this one, right? Or do you play as Zack? What's the one where you play as Vincent?
Oh,
Is it this
man,
one?
I remember that one. That's a good question. I actually forgot.
Oh, he's doing Rabbids. Mario and Rabbids DLCs. Okay, cool. That seemed like a lot of fun when you were playing that through the first time, just the main game. So that's cool. And our friend Tricky, still working on... Looks like he finally badged Final Fantasy IV, which was 2 here. And then Final Fantasy VI, he's still working on Super Nintendo. Getting there, though. Rarest most loops rages. Oh, so he's still got to do all the Gao stuff. Oh wow, play the game with no character exceeding level 30. That's actually kind of hard. Like if you're running from every battle. Clear the game with all the fish. One day he'll earn his dream of making wise men badge lemmings. Yes.
Yeah, Lemmings. I've never played a Lemmings before, but we'll see. There's that Air Zonk just sitting there.
One achievement away, so gotta finish that one.
Oh
Arrow
wow,
Flash.
Sengyo Blade doesn't have that's right, no achievements. I play all these weird games. Sengyo Blade is really good.
Sengoku Blade.
Sengoku, is
that's
that how
pretty
you
fun.
say it?
Yeah, 'cause it's like a Sengoku Jidai, Warring States era.
It's a fun shooter for Saturn. I'm just surprised that doesn't have a set.
Yeah, where's Barney? Where's your badges, sir? There's
Barney's-
no badges here.
Barney's right there. I have 9 out of 17. And then I have
Yeah.
Arrow Flash. I've been raiding the high seas. So
I don't know what's more embarrassing, to have a badge of Barney or to have half a badge.
I
of
think
Barney.
I think half a badge is fine. Having your first badge as Barney is even worse.
You need to move that up here, sir. You need
I know.
to
I
move the
need.
badge up here.
I need. Yeah. I need to play more retro games. But yeah, as you can see,
Alright.
I loaded up Return of the Ninja
Mm-hmm.
because the ninja's
All
gonna
right.
return.
So now we're gonna move to the last segment of our series here, which is to try out one of the games that have new sets. So Knocker says, Virtual Bart. Saying batches.
No.
Oh, he wants to batch Virtual Bart.
No. Virtual Bart's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I have that for the NES, and oh, that game is gross. I think I'm gonna do, let's see, probably Barney something. I gotta batch something. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put up, since I was playing Jesus earlier, I'm gonna put up Kyofu no Biomonster because I'm almost done with it. I think we'll probably get it done tonight. So I'm gonna stop streaming the RA review page here.
Knocker, just out of curiosity, how long did it take you to oh, what is it? How long did it take you to badge Air Zonk?
You gotta share yours, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna go live now.
So I'm near the end of this one, but or like the halfway point, I guess. But basically, I was sent to scout out the other ship that had gone quiet. Two different ships had been sent to Halley's Comet to investigate gas around the comet. They took a vial of the flask back to investigate and analyze, and then it turned out that there was a creature that stowed away as they were investigating the comet, and it started killing the crew members left and right. The only one left alive was the main character's girlfriend, who's a French mathematician who composes music as her hobby. And so you find her. She's got a little robot buddy, whatever, that helps you along, and you fight the monster. You seem to have killed the monster and sent it off, and you're bringing back a sample of its flesh to analyze here in the ship that you were sent from. So they're like one of the ships, basically the whole crew's pretty much dead. You just arrived back at the ship that is still 100%.
Yeah, but you're talking about points. How would I have the, let's say I have a ton of points in that game. How would I have the badge? I still have to do the last part, which is defeat the end boss.
Yeah, well, see, there's only one achievement left that he doesn't have. So as long as you haven't finished the game, then you don't have more points than him. However, that one Chivo is worth like 25 or 50. So if you do have that one Chivo, it is possible you have more points than him. Potentially. Oh, he's missing 3. Did you beat the game though?
Why can't you knock those out? Mission incomplete. Yo, that end boss is ridiculous. That end boss is absolutely ridiculous in that game. This game is actually fun. This is actually not that bad of a game. Oh, she has ninja magic where the rocks fall down and you use it through the select button. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. You have infinitive continues. Yes, you are correct about that, but in the same sense, that end boss, just, you have to start from Planet Drool all over again. So it becomes a real hassle to do that. I am horrible at these games. The Terminator RTS comes out in 2 days. The last Terminator game was supposed to be decent. What is the Terminator game anyway? For about a year. What is it, like an FPS game? You're still there, Baron?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Terminator is, if it's an FPS game or what. There was a shoot 'em up game that was like a light gun game that was a Terminator game on arcade.
RTS,
like Rise
he
of the
says.
Machines or something.
Oh, real-time
real-time
strategy.
For Terminator?
Oh, look at that. The enemies don't respawn. Sounds like some pretty sad music going on there.
Yeah. Doctor just died. So basically, the sample that we brought back of the monster came to life itself. So as you cut off pieces, each piece will regenerate into a new monster.
And this is on NES.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm playing the Kyofu no Bio Monster because I'm pretty close to badging it. It's pretty short. It's like only 35 points, but whatever.
Wow, I'm really horrible at these games.
Oh, this monster can liquidize itself and turn itself into a gas.
You know what? Let's do this. Let's see.
Its weakness is ice. Frost.
Okay, no, that's not it. I like it. I do like it. I'm gonna go back to playing it. It's a good game. I just got to get the hang of it. Me and platformers, unless it's Castlevania, me and platformers are alright. It does look neat. It seems like a really fun game. I like Baron's game though. That looks pretty cool. Was this like an actual game that came out for NES, or was this a homebrew?
This was a real game, but it was Japan only.
It looks really good for the NES. The shading, the colors, it.
Well, I mean, they're still images, so.
Yeah, but it looks good for the NES to handle it. It's a shame we never saw games like that the light of day here.
Did we see the Portopia visual novels over here, or were those Japan only too?
I think those might have been Japan only. I don't remember any visual novels for the NES.
I mean, it definitely would not have most of the kids at the time that were playing NES.
Yeah, it wouldn't have had their attention, period.
Then again, there were some pretty complicated like strategy games that made it over, right? And some pretty complicated
on NES, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there would have been more of a audience for it.
Yeah, I still got them though. But if you look at it, I mean, just the images alone, even granted they are still images, they look good. It looks good for an NES game. It's not like what we're used to seeing here. yeah. I gotta work on Arrow Flash. I got booted off of the what was it? Off of the top, it was like the top 6 scores in Arrow Flash. So I gotta work on that again, get a higher score in Arrow Flash. But you know what was funny? As you looked at my RA, did you notice Soldier Blade didn't come up? Because they're I think they're redoing the set. Remember I was talking to you about that? I'm like, oh, why didn't this Achivo go through? Or it's weird. I think they're redoing it.
Had you got it before?
What's that?
Oh, I think it just didn't come out because it was too far down. You've only gotten two achievements on there.
Oh, I thought it would have come up. I have to go back and look.
It was below Arrow Flash. It was just below Arrow Flash. So yeah, I didn't. I guess I didn't expand it past Arrow Flash.
I know.
It was the one after that.
I don't have a whole lot of content in order to expand.
You gotta get some of the badges, sir.
I do.
But be warned, once you start, you can't stop. It's addictive.
Yeah, it's like getting tattoos. Tattoos are addictive. Once you get one, you don't stop. That's very true. I just need to play more retro games. Drake and I were talking, and he's like, "Hey, you should play more shooters." And I'm like, I agree, I should. A lot of PC Engine stuff. I've been pushing them to get Sapphire a set, so hopefully Sapphire will get a set. They said they're going to look into it because a lot of people asked why it's not there, and I was like, I don't know. And then Rennie Blaster 2. So hopefully if they get a set, I'll play those. And I'm just making stupid mistakes, that's all. And I played this on the original system, on the EverDrive that I have, and I prefer this in emulation than I do on the actual system itself. Which is odd. Normally it would be the physical system, but it plays better on emulation than it does on the physical system. But that doesn't...
You're playing now?
It's Airzonk, but it doesn't...
Oh, Airzonk.
That doesn't hold true for Soldier Blade, because I played Soldier Blade on the original system, and I think emulation and the system itself play kind of almost the same. In fact, I think emulation's just a little bit faster. But I'm going to give that Ninja game a go. I happen to like it. It was good to try out and stuff, and it seemed really entertaining for a Game Boy Color game. Hey, Cosmic, when you have the chance, that Terminator game that you're talking about, post the link in Scanlines. I got that RPG thing that's there under my name in Scanlines. Post that in there, because I'll be interested in seeing anything that's like turn-based or, like that. I would see. Seems interesting. Oh, and then Baron also too. What is it? Goblin Slayer's coming up.
Right, the tactics game.
Turn-based game.
Oh, I thought tactics game. I mean, it is turn-based tactics, but it's tactics, right?
Yeah, it's turn-based tactical with story. I think it's a story-driven too.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, my thumb. I got suckered into playing Roblox today.
Yeah, with your kids?
We played this one, that wasn't even horror. It was, Escape the Horror Hospital or something. It was like the cutest little thing. You had little, like, monsters or ghosts popping out at you and saying hi, and you had to avoid their hugs or else they would capture you and, like, put you in a fun room with, like, old toys and stuff. And I'm like, they rated this horror. I'm like, this isn't a horror game. We jump scare you with love. I'm like, what is this? But whatever, it was very age appropriate. Thank you, Cosmic. I just saw it pop up. Oh, and Cosmic, on Steam, I saw you yesterday when it was the Scanline Heroes. We were on, Foxy and Slippy were on. I actually saw you playing the game on Steam. It popped up and said, oh, hey, Cosmic's playing the arcade, Capcom Arcade. Alright, Night TW, see you tomorrow for your stream.
Have a good one, Wolfie.
Man, if I can get the missiles for everybody, I would just legitimately be good. There would be no stopping me in this game. Uh-oh. Baron's on red alert.
I'm on patrol for the monster right now, so I'm going to look and search through the whole ship here. Oh. I didn't want to do that just yet. Gives you a good excuse to boot up the collection. That's cool.
I will take the cow. Yes, let's go. Yeah, I could see that, Cosmic. It's a good idea. I looked into the Capcom Arcade collection myself. It's got tons of games. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Alright, this is going to be a marathon of how many lives can I get? I don't like the boomerangs. There's a delay in the boomerangs. It's the missiles you need in this game. So what's going on now, Baron? Because you have, like, it sounds like you have a red alert going on.
I've been investigating the ship, found some monster saliva, took the saliva to the xenobiologist on the crew, and the xenobiologist says it's got a very powerful anesthetic in it that is lethal to humans, and that's probably what's been killing. So it's been injecting this into people, and it's been killing them, and it's been taking brain cells out of them and it's trying to find DNA. And so now he's explaining to the little robot that's with me what DNA is and what genes are.
Oh.
What does it want with DNA? To improve itself. It takes the information from its target, then adopts it for its own use. Its post-kill morphing isn't so much transformation as evolution, prompted by that new genetic material. That's my theory, anyway. I encountered the monster 3 times on the nebula, and each time it looked different. It sounds like the being was constantly evolving. Now that you mention it, the one we saw in the warehouse changed in front of us. Yes. It's also important to keep in mind that the being that attacked Vargas had extremely sensitive hearing. I see. Thanks. I'll see you later, Curzon. Okay.
Oh yeah. Let's just shoot those piranhas at everyone. There we go. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, the emboss. Now he's gonna separate and then go. Should have been small. I should have been small for this. No, no. I should have had the cow. Oy. I hate this guy. Stage clear.
Annoying this one is you basically, to proceed, you pretty much have to look at everything and search everything, sometimes multiple times. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. Like I think I've hit everything, but maybe not enough. If you played Snatcher,
I do.
On Sega CD, that plays out fairly similarly in terms of like having to look around things and looking at things and searching things gives you more options to look and search at other things too. No shooting sections in this one, unfortunately. Though.
So enthralled by your game.
Apologies, I'm hitting the same buttons over and over, trying to see if there's anything new that comes up.
It's just I like story games like that.
Well, that'd be an easy type if you go looking for visual novels. That's a pretty easy type of badge to get for a lot of things. And I mean, a lot of them are, interesting and fun games. The Ace Attorney series, I would highly recommend. It was a lot of fun. It's made by Capcom. It has a lot of the same kind of humor that, if you remember me playing Ghost Trick kind of has a lot of visual novel elements to it. It's still mostly like puzzle gameplay and stuff, but it's one of those that mixes a lot of different genres together. But the Ace Attorney games are in kind of a similar vein and a lot of fun. Like sometimes it's not very clear what things you have to present when, and it's easy to get wrong, I think, in terms of which piece of evidence when and what type of thing to question a person on and so on and so forth. And sometimes the game actually forces you down kind of a wrong path for a while before it lets you take and do the thing that makes the most sense to do. So that can be a little bit annoying sometimes, but I don't know if that might be an issue of translation too, of like when text appears in different sections, right? Because if you have an eyewitness testimony that's like, let's say 8 sections, and it's you have 8 different ones that you can essentially push push further, question the witness further. English to Japanese or Japanese to English, those 8 sections might actually be different parts of what they're saying.
There was that Digimon game that came out a while ago that was a novel. Was it? Yeah, I think it was a visual novel with some tactical RPG in it. And I remember playing it and I'm like, wow, this is a great game. A lot of people did not like that game at all.
I mean, there's Digimon Survive, which I haven't played. I think I have that on Switch. I've never.
That's it.
I
think that's it.
Yeah, there's also like a Cyber Sleuth, which does have some visual novel elements to it too, but that one's a more straight up RPG. Like you're wandering around and getting into fights and fusing, or not fusing, but digivolving your monsters back and forth. But I think there's another game attached to that one, but I haven't played the other one.
Let's see. You want to stop the stream here, or you want to keep on going?
I mean, I'm almost done, so
I'll choose the little girl.
I figured I'd keep going until I'm done. We don't necessarily have to stay on stream for it.
Oh no, I don't mind. Well, I have the scan on this thing going up. That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can at least get to the end. Oh no, it's the water. I don't like this water one. let's try the water stage. The missile should cover me for the water stage, I hope. Wow, okay, that's crazy. I'm actually doing somewhat decent. I hated the water level in this. It was like stuff everywhere. This first part was hard. Did you master that penguin game? On the
Penguin
DS,
Patrol?
yeah, on the DSi.
I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was only about like 70 levels or something like that.
You gotta pause in between stages because sometimes this gets like super crazy and your hand starts to hurt. Missiles. The game's actually being very nice to me. I'm surprised.
Mate.
It's giving me
Found the monster again.
Oh geez, that's the monster? That
Yeah,
looks
it
pretty
changes
cool.
every time. It's evolved again.
Yeah, this game's giving me missiles. I'm kind of surprised. Did you jettison the monster into space?
Just escaped through a crevice into a different room. It just killed Curzon, our xenobiologist. Now how do we find its weak point?
I cannot believe I made that through without dying. Oh boy, here it
GG.
comes. Yeah, that was... I hated the water level. It would be nice if I can actually get this power up. Nice. It would be nice if I can get this power up. Now what does he turn into? I think that stupid amoeba thing or something. He never comes forward. It's so hard to get him to come forward. And you're like always going up and down to try to dodge. Oh, wow. I am impressed with myself that I actually did that level without dying. Normally I get tanked on that level and have to restart.
GG again.
Yeah, that was good. Maybe this is the run. The land of Drool. We're at the end. Whew, okay. I want the... Yeah, I'll choose the ball. Bob the ball. Bob the baseball. Let's go, Bob. Let's do this, Bob. We could do this together. I gotta remember, I gotta start off with something decent. Yes. Oh, wow, the game gave me rockets again. Oh, I love you, game. Ah, so nice to sit back and just shoot homing rockets in this maddening level. And as soon as they come, they taketh away. Yeah, this level is kind of hard. I need to drop a bomb like right now. Drop the bombs. Let's go. Bam. Those guys are tough. Alright, here we go. On to stage 2. And I get hit by the bat. Oh, I can't believe that. Come on. The rocket hands are pretty. The rocket hands are pretty powerful too. Yeah, but Cosmic, if you can see, I got tanked that one time around.
Hey, Drake. Someone stayed up late last night. I had to take a nap after work. Wow.
I got enthralled with Baron's his game, so I took a little break. So what's going on now?
I was lured into a trap, and I just made my way out of it. And now I'm back to the cockpit with the captain and the main heroine. and just talking and asking about different things. And so the captain had just made connection with the space station. So like we're on the ship Corona, and we're headed back to the space station, but the monster's on the ship with us. So we're trying to figure out a way to effective countermeasures against the monster. But the monster can now take the form of any of the people that it stole DNA from and use their voice, and that's how it just lured me into a trap a bit ago. But I made my way out, so anyway. We need to figure out why the ship seems to be falling apart. The automatic repair system broke down as well. Must be the monster, right? We don't know
Definitely
for sure.
has to be the monster.
The flight system is still working, so we should be able to make it to the Jesus, which is the space station. Okay, this is the same thing you said before. It's a little bit annoying that you have to keep talking to them about the same thing for you to exhaust all of their all the text.
It seems that way. Oh man, I didn't even go to bed, Drake, last night until I think 5:30. One of my kids is sick with the stomach flu, and I was up until I think I think it was up until 5:45. So I've gotten very, very limited sleep, but it's fine.
Our communication system's now on the fritz, and the automatic repair is broken. The monster's here.
Oh no. Oh, is he? Oh, he is. He's looking through the roof. Oh, he looks so cool.
Stay calm.
Yeah, it is Airzonk. I'm giving my hand a break before I go through the land of drool. Baron's game is very captivating, so...
Wait, it's better to lure it out and trade positions than attack. Let's retreat. Helene, start moving fully toward the door. Here goes. She's escaped. Good. Hayao, you're next. The door's right in front of me. Captain, come with me. I'll be all right. Ugh. What happened to the captain? The monster. It suddenly lunged. It's going for him. You're not going to save him? First, I need to get you out of here. I'm fine. Hurry and save the captain. Okay, I'm going to hit it with my frost gun. Captain, take cover. Whatever wearing his lane sounds really cool. The soundtrack, I don't know. It's got some okay parts. A lot of it's just like one note. Captain, now's your chance. I know. You get out first. I'm out. Ah, what's wrong? The monster's moving again. The captain is in danger. It doesn't want me. It wants Helene. Remember what Curzon said? This creature's not rampaging mindlessly. It has human-like intelligence. If that's the case, aiming for Helene means it must have a reason, some connection to its weak point. Hayao, run! Protect Helene, and solve this riddle. But, Captain, to leave you behind, I can't do it. I'm a soldier, the same as you. I won't go down so easily. Okay, so the commander's ordering us to go. Captain's still inside with the monster. A soldier's end. Captain, I wonder if he's safe. I don't think so. Did he sacrifice himself for us? No, I think he did it for humanity. It wasn't just the captain. We can't let their sacrifices go to waste. We have to find a way to stop that monster and save Earth. So now we're in the capsule room.
It does sound really cool, I know. So Drake,
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna tell. I posted up in a Game Boy Gurus thing, Drake. So I was talking to them about that. I was telling Drake I want to be more active in the shmup club thing that they have going on there. No, dodge, 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 dodge. Usually I'm dropping bombs right here, but... That's crazy. I died, and then I got the 1-up right back. So essentially I just recycled the 1-up. Oh, man. Guy Lancers, it's a great game. I should do that. I should do a stream one time and say, hey, we're playing Guy Lancer today. Baron's game is very cool, though, I'll admit. He finds all these weird games that are super cool, that have awesome graphics on them and stuff for what they are.
Well, it was in the list of the RA games that came out this set.
But
this week.
Just taking the time to look at the set instead of just, muddling through it is... Because I muddle through the sets. I look at them. Oh, man. Look at this. Right. I will let this little guy dance. I'll take a bathroom break. Be right back.
Got a signal now. What? I've never heard anything like this before. What language is this? If it's French, I can translate. No, it sounds like it's a mixture of several languages. Oji can probably understand it. Hey, Oji, can you understand this? This communication is just as Hayao said, a mix of Portuguese, Italian, German, Chinese, English, and Russian. The languages of the 6 people the monster killed. I'll rewire my crypto-analysis module to translate. I am the one you call monster. What the hell? It can speak? I thought it was just a mindless animal. It seems that when it attacks humans, it absorbs not only genetic information, but also their knowledge. It would therefore be able to communicate using those remembered words. Alright, let's try communicating with it. I am in the cockpit. This ship is mine. What are you planning? I intend to use this ship to reach the Jesus. And then what? Call my companions remaining in Halley's Comet. Then we conquer Jesus. Weren't you satisfied living inside Halley's Comet? We are not from the comet itself. We have no home planet. For eons we roamed space, until, finally, we found a star system that was suitable to us. We then boarded Halley's Comet. What will you do with humanity? If they resist, we will kill them. I can't let you do that. Can you stop me? You must have realized that any kind of energy weapon simply feeds me, and your frost gun can no longer harm me. All your base are belong to us? There you go. You can't live in another system? We did, once. But the genetic information we acquired made living there difficult. Can we not coexist on Earth? We cannot. Why? You should understand why by now. What do you mean?
I knew it.
Never
I
mind.
knew. Oh, man. Alright, the game timed out. The game completely timed out. I have to do this all over again. Apparently, you only have a certain amount of time. But we'll do auto. Oh man, I just noticed that, Baron. There's a high score challenge for this on different modes.
For Airzone?
Yeah, it popped up when I said, oh, just do it auto, so it'll be like whoever they're gonna give me, they're gonna give me.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing the high score stuff on RA. Yeah, different modes for different scores. There's a lot, Drake, what I noticed in Arrow Flash. Like Arrow Flash has either go stay as the robot, don't stay as the robot, use charged Arrow Flash, or let the Arrow Flash build up over time. I actually might, on or Roundtable's review, I might actually add Final Hope for Neo Geo. That one's pretty decent. I was playing that. It's not like Last Resort. Last Resort was... I don't know what possessed me to add that game on, but that game was pretty bad. Can we add Saturn on Roundtable's review? I think we can, right?
I know like PS2 is considered to be too late. But PlayStation 1 is not. PlayStation 1 and Saturn were they're the same generation, right? So I would think you could.
I believe so, yeah.
I think you could add Saturn. You want to play it in a week that no one else does, so I get the high score that week? Oh yeah, in the shoot 'em up club.
Those guys really get high scores. Like it's uncanny how high the scores are in those games that they're playing. Yeah, but Saturn exists on the Mister, but the Saturn play on the Mister. I'm getting oofed by him a little bit too much, but that's cool. I don't mind that. 95% of the games play. Wow. That's actually pretty good. Oh, I like the music in this. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. I think this is my favorite stage, and I think the trash guy. Is it the trash guy at the end? There's the big bowl of trash that comes out and the trash bomb. It was a pretty cool stage. All right, Baron, what's the latest on your game? What's going on?
We're in the airlock trying to lure it here, and then we're going to attack it with music. Because apparently that's its weak point.
Is music?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Each time the monster attacked one of our comrades, it grew. Yes, but while changing form, it didn't attack. It didn't attack. How many times has it changed so far? Attack 3 crew members. So, I guess 6 times. The monster wasn't affected by fire or heat-based attacks. It simply consumed them. It seems that heat gives it energy. He's not really pizza, but looks like Pizza the Hut. What was the only weapon that has had an effect? That's been the frost gun.
Oh, you're right. He does look like Pizza the Hut. You're right. Have you played this game before, Drake?
You can turn yourself into this thing, so there have been other oddities too. That air conditioning switch was broken, and we nearly died. The auto repair system was also broken. I wonder if the monster was responsible. Most likely. It's a crafty, intelligent life form. It doesn't seem to be acting on instinct alone. The monster liquidized itself and disappeared from the research lab. Why would it do that? Was there anything significant that at that time?
It does sound like the thing. Totally sounds like the thing.
Yeah. Very much like the, yep. The broadcast system turned on. It played Helene's cassette. It stopped in the middle, too. Who was it that stopped the tape, mid-song? The monster. We found Helene's tape broken in the common room. Who was it that broke the tape? The monster. Wait, I've got something. It's on the tip of my tongue. Think, Hayao. What is the monster's weakness? Music.
Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. This will definitely destroy the boss if I can keep this up. Bow, 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 bow. I love the cat. Pizza the Hut. He is Pizza the Hut. He sure looks like Pizza the Hut. And these were Saturns. Like we were saying, they were, the game PC Engine was throwing Saturns at us. I never understood this. I think these were like hip hop snakes that came out, or something. But, I mean, this is very, very 90s. Yeah, but the bow's not that. I mean, it's strong, but it's not. You see how it like just stops and bounces off the enemies? It doesn't have good plowing power that you need to get through this. That's why I always prefer the rockets and the rocket itself. That thing just... Or Bob. Bob's great. Bob the baseball. Wow, they're asking you for keys on a piano.
Here. Okay, so it's one. Label the keys with numbers to make this translation easier. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. So,
Oh my hands.
1, 2. Monster looks different. It's in pain. It has to be from this melody. Careful. You bastard. You tricked me. Play the melody for a bit longer. So this is kind of like Macross, too. Do you defeat the end boss and Mother with a melody? I thought you defeated it by praying. Or something like that. Boji, is he saying anything? Between the screaming, I hear someone can faint, but it's not in the mixture of languages. It's just Portuguese. Whatever it is, translate it. Just what I'd expect from all of that Morphin Monster practice. That's weird. It's different from the monster's normal speech. Wait, if it's in Portuguese, that means that it's words from Vargas. If the monster absorbed their knowledge and personalities, those who were killed would still live on inside of that thing. It looks that way. Now it's speaking Italian. It's Bellini. Our minds live on in this monster, but we are free only because you've played melody. That's kind of lame. If their minds are still in the monster, can't we bring them back? This one's German. Hayao, it's Heiler. It's unfortunate, but our minds would die with the monster. No, must die with the monster. But as a researcher of the heavenly bodies, to die in space leaves me with no regrets. The next is Chinese. If we combine the strength of our minds, we can control this monster's body. We will plunge it into the darkest depths of space. What happened? Did another part of the monster appear? It's alright. I've checked. This is its only piece. There are no others. Though it breaks my heart to say it, we've no time to research this thing. That must be Mr. Curzon. It's Bellini again. We've learned something from this. This monster works like a mirror. It takes the genetics and behavioral patterns of its target species as its own. Its behavior is ours. It is humanity's behavior. Then, humanity truly desired peace. But in our heart of hearts, lie desires far darker. But you are all such kind, loving people. Okay, so the message of this game is humanity was the real monster after all.
Yep. And how are they going to get rid of the monster? Obviously, they might not get rid of the monster now because all their friends are in the monster.
So they're gonna force the monster into one of the ships, one of their shuttles, and send it off into space. Which is funny, because that's what we did in the Corona. Or not the Corona, but the other one.
So you've officially beat this game, is that correct?
I just badged it.
You badged it. So how long did it take you to badge?
Maybe like an hour and a half? Well, not including the RA review time. So maybe like 20 minutes... I started playing about 20 minutes before the RA review. So maybe about an hour and a half.
Do you think it's a meme badge?
I mean, it's a real game. It's not,
Barney?
It's not... Well, even Barney is a real game to some extent. You know, it has gameplay. But you can't lose this one. It's kind of a meme badge. it doesn't really represent anything except you know, played through the game. I suppose, I don't know, it's kind of an open question of, you know, what makes a game, right? And would you consider visual novels a game? Would you consider text adventures a game?
I would. I definitely would.
I would definitely consider, like, adventures and text adventures as games. Like, Zork is definitely a game. There's just lots of exploration, and at the end of the day, maybe it is fetch questing of, you know, find this item over here, use it over there, do this thing with that thing, you know. And eventually the Zork games did get spells and things like that to use different spells at different spots. But, I don't know. Not entirely a meme badge, let's say. But it's definitely not a very hard game.
You can't defend Barney, Foxy? Yeah. I was asked to badge Foxy tonight, so I was at badge Foxy.
You were asked to badge Foxy?
Barney. Instead, I'm running around trying to do airs. I can't be badged. Airzonk is crazy. It's not my favorite special, but whatever. The game you played is definitely interesting for what it is.
The game's just suggested something.
Yeah, not for me, it's really quick. The end boss is hard. Like, the last guy he's pretty tough. I mean, this guy was easy. I just, you know, burned right through him because I had a super. But, yeah, the end guy is pretty hard.
So, reading up about this one, it did say that it's unclear who originally put this game together, but they think it's Enix, because the little robot that's with you is named Fojy, F-O-J-Y, but an F-O-J-Y is Enix off by one.
That's interesting.
So, and Koichi Sugiyama is the guy who did Dragon Quest music, so.
So what'd you think of it?
The message at the end was kind of stupid, but I've heard that story so many times of, oh, you know, the real monster was us. The real monster was humanity. You know.
You become numb to it.
I find that a little bit cringy. The overall gameplay, I mean, you're basically, it's annoying that you have to go and search rooms over and over again to get stuff to pop up. I don't like that. I don't like having to research the same thing multiple times. Like, it would be better if they had a button that was like, keep searching, or continue searching. As far as like music goes, there's a lot of like whenever it plays the alert sound, it's kind of hurts my ears.
No, the alert sound is annoying.
So like, there's a lot of parts to it that are me. But it's not, you know, as visual novels go, it's not bad. It's a fun little sci-fi story. Kind of follows, like you said, along the same lines as like The Thing, or I feel like I've read a Bradbury story that's pretty close as well. But a lot of SF stories had kind of similar similar ideas of many things in space. It doesn't really make any biological sense, as far as like scientific accuracy. A monster that can, turn into gas and then back into matter, and can evolve by, taking in genetic information. I think there was a lot of, back when like Alien came out, there's a lot of people playing with the idea of evolution as a what do I want to say? It was like a story element.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got pretty fantastic stuff going on with quote unquote evolution. And it's like, that's not how it works even theoretically for the most part. So like Alien is pretty far off of anything that's actually biologically possible, anatomically possible.
Worst weapon in the game.
Oh, what you got now? The laser?
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Still kind of fun. Has some like you said, it's all still images, except I guess there was the part where he's firing the gun and that was animated. That's not too bad. Foxy's like, what?
Yo, yeah.
So accurate. It was a stupid purple dragon lizard fishman.
Right?
Right?
Evo was yeah. I love Evo's a great game.
I mean, to be fair, we do live in an era where the scientific theories of yesteryear on evolution are pretty much all. There's not really a good scientific theory of evolution that works mathematically at this point, with like, just in terms of all the stuff that we found where humanity, or not humanity, but just creatures that have sexual reproduction tend to like the processes going on a generational level actually tend to protect the status quo and tend to protect against fixation of new genes. So it becomes extremely difficult for new genes to get fixated, which is necessary for actual genetic change at the population level, which makes that whole theory kind of impossible. At least in terms of just it would take insanely long and be like every time an evolution actually happened would be like miraculous, essentially, and it would happen. It would have to happen over and over and over again. So we are at kind of where evolution as a theory in general is pretty much mythological at this point. But
Drake says it's accurate with Digimon science.
Yeah, there you go.
Digimon.
Digimon.
But anyway. All right, let's see. So who is
That's far too complicated a subject for Twitch. Yeah, let's raid.
Yeah. Cassie is streaming Celeste. I think we should definitely try to raid Cassie. Every piggy.
We could do that. We were talking about her earlier with going through the list of what people have been working on in RA. Oh, was it her birthday stream? We should definitely raid her then. All the more reason.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's his birthday stream.
Thanks everybody for coming out. Styles, thank you a ton for the raid.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wolfie's already gone to bed and Sophie's already gone to bed, but if you guys are listening on the VOD afterward, thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out.
Yep, everyone, thanks again. Thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, have a great night, everybody. God bless.
And enjoy your what is it? The Roundtable review game for this week. Frankenstein on CD, Sega CD.
No. Dracula.
Oh, Dracula, yeah. Forget they're both horrible, so.
And Cosmic, thanks for stopping by too. Cosmic and Knocker. Everybody stop by. Thanks a ton. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, good night.